Good morning, everyone. This is Melanie from Lightbeam's Treasures, and today is Thursday, January 28th, 2021, and already January is flying by. Oh my god, we're almost at the end of the month. We'll go right into February. So, yesterday was an interesting day. I did not sell much, but I actually did sell, well, let me explain it. As far as eBay goes, I only sold 3 items. I think that's because I haven't been listing as much, and I keep saying I need to list, I need to list. Yesterday was supposed to be my listing day. It actually turned into a video day, and then I ended up doing a major sale. And because I did that sale, it ended up taking a lot more time than I expected, which is fine because I'm so happy. So let me get into the details of yesterday, and maybe that'll explain it. So when I brought to auction, I had these little tiny figurines. They're from the Denim Days collection. Now, technically, I know I could put them up on eBay and sell them anywhere from $5 each up until maybe $15, $20 each. Some of them are really rare, some of them, but they're all retired little figurines. And I made a deal that I was going to sell them for $3 each. And it turned out a lot of people had interest in it. They're like, oh, can you take pictures? Can you do this? I had a couple of people do that. So I'm like, you know something? I'm just going to do a video. I did a video, and I sent the video out to the various people and said, okay, it's first come, first serve. Since I had a lot of interest in people who wanted these figures, here is all the figures. Well, within 4 minutes, I got an email and a message, and they wanted to buy the entire collection. I'm so happy. I know I went super cheap on the collection, but I'm not complaining because, first of all, they were taking up space. Second of all, although I love delicates, I really do not love delicates. And that was one of the things I'm worried about because it was 17 figures. So yesterday, I'm literally bubble wrapping in paper, and getting it into a box of 17 figures. I put little dividers in of cardboard. I'm having trouble talking today, sorry. So I am keeping my fingers crossed because finally when I packed the box up, I'm shaking it. I'm doing one of these things. I'm like, okay, there's no movement. I don't hear anything. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to end up going and it'll be in pieces. So I'm really, really hoping that I packed it well. Of course, I always say this to everybody that all my products are guaranteed. If there's any problems, contact me. But I'm hoping in this case I packed it well. I did not do the double boxing thing, but like I said, I wrapped it up in bubble wrap, wrapped it up in paper, and then put cardboard dividing. So this way there was absolutely like no movement in the box. We'll see what happens. I'm sure the person will tell me whether they come delivered in shattered in a million pieces or not. But I'm wishing. But the point is, I was amazed that within 4 minutes, I sold the whole collection. And yes, I know I sold it super cheap, but that's okay because that gives me so many ideas for future possibilities that would something like that work? Like if I were to get a collection and say, okay, here's the collection, do a video, first come, first serve, would that be something that people are interested in? Because I have abilities of getting like, and for me, I guess it's more of the lines of taking the risk because I'm not doing super high prices. I'm only making a very, very small profit on top of it. I don't know. I would love to hear your opinion on what you say. At the same time, I also feel guilty because so many different people inquired about this set. So it's like, okay, when you run an auction, people inquire about a set. Who gets preference on the items? I mean, that's one of the reasons why I always say first come, first serve sort of thing. Contact me this, contact me that. Now, granted, it takes me time to take pictures and this and that, but that's what ended up happening. I took pictures and boom, within 4 minutes, gone. The second ethical question, and this actually involves one of the pieces I sold today, is I have a general rule. My rule is, and I know this rule doesn't apply to other people because it actually insults me, but it doesn't. But my general rule is, if I buy something in auction, I will never re-auction it on the auctions. It's something like if I buy something from one of the resellers or this, it's either for myself or it's for putting up on eBay. Because I know if I'm buying it from the auction, my chances of reselling it is going to be really good. That's the reason that I invest in the money. Sometimes I've made mistakes. I mean, I can point out a few things that, yeah, I went a little too high on it. That was a mistake. Sometimes I didn't make a mistake. And I mean, I almost feel like if I buy something, to at least wait some time before I introduce it and resell it. So in the case what happened yesterday, I sold this little tiny box. I'm going to show you what this box is because I put this up 2 days ago. It sold yesterday. So in 24 hours it sold. I knew it was going to sell. And I'm going to explain it because this is also a learning experience. But like I said, it's an ethical question as well. It is a little tiny trinket box, Barnum and Bailey animal. Now, the reason, oh, and inside this is adorable. You open up the trinket box, there's a little tiny elephant animal cracker in there. So now the ethical question to this is I bought this in auction for $5. Okay? I spoke with the person, I said, you really need to raise your prices. And I said, particularly anything that has, what do you call it? Like name brand stuff, raise your prices. In this case, I ended up getting it for $5. So I bought this for $5. I just sold it in less than 24 hours for $35. So this was sold for $35. Obviously, I'm very, very happy. Let me explain something about Barnum Animals, and this is for people who don't know because it is a BOLO item. Not necessarily the trinket box, but anything animal crackers because they do have tins, they do have boxes, they have other things. This sort of advertisement has been what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Censored? Not censored, recalled, changed. It's in line with the Land of Lakes Butter, the what do you call it? The Mrs. Butterworth's what do you call, oh no, it's not Mrs. Butterworth's. Mrs. Butterworth's is another one that's probably gonna get Aunt Jemima. That's what we're talking about. So when it came to this, PETA basically had a fit that you're being cruel to animals, and with the whole circus history of how they're cruel to animals because the animals are in cages, you'll no longer find the animal crackers in cages. When you look at the animal cracker boxes now, it's the animals on there, not in the cage. So the fact that I saw this in the cages, even though the animal crackers have been around for 100 years, the idea of the circus has been around for over 100 years. They needed to finally free the animals. So that's why when I saw this trinket box, I'm like, yeah, I'm grabbing it. So I paid $5 for it. It sold for $35. Ethically, I'm not going to sell this on an auction. There have been times, I'll be honest, there have been times people have bought stuff from me and then turned around and sold it immediately on their auction for up to 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price that they paid for me. And I'm wondering, okay, do I hold offense to that? Does it bother me? I mean, by me selling it, I made my profit. I'm happy. And I mean, in a sense, this is what we do as business owners. I'm buying things, when I go to the States, I'm buying things for $1 and I'm turning around and I'm selling it for maybe, I don't know, $20, $30, $40. That's an excitement from the seller perspective, but I always question from the initial seller perspective, how do they feel? I don't know. I guess it's an ethical question. I think the best thing that somebody ever said, and it's also cruel, is that there is no friends in auctions. There's no friends in business. And I say that's cruel because the fact is I feel like some of the resellers out there are like family to me. I mean, I love spending time talking, even though I'm not necessarily a friendly person. Well, no, I am friendly. But what I mean is I'm not the type that's going to be constantly calling or talking on the phone or this and that. I pretty much keep my distance. But I do have to say there are people that I absolutely love. I love being with. I love doing auctions with. I love hanging out with. That's why I do it. So the ethic question is, and this is for other resellers too, is when you buy things from other people, do you get upset if they sell it for more money? Do you feel that it's okay to buy something and then sell it on a different channel? Do you feel that it's wrong? I don't know. I'm throwing that question out there. But that was my first item, was the Nabisco animal crackers. Then I sold 2 DVDs. And the first one was A Perfect Candidate. This is the 1994 documentary about the Virginia Senate campaign of Oliver North. Do you remember Oliver North? Yes. Political stuff right now in this turmoil, a lot of people have been really into politics. And I find it funny that I've been selling a lot of the older documentaries because it's almost like people are trying to search for old footage, things that keep getting deleted, history that's being erased, that sort of thing. So I'm finding that a lot of like my books, a lot of my movies, politically themed, are selling. So that's great. That particular item sold for $5. And then I sold this one, Ice Twisters. I sold this for $6.99. So as you can see, I really didn't make much on eBay. But like I said, I sold those little figurines, 17 of those figurines, $3 each. They sold within 4 minutes. Very, very happy. I packed them up yesterday. I sent them off. So my plan for today is I'm going to wrap these up. I'm going to wrap up the, oh, I can't talk. I'm going to wrap up the, auction items. And then I was supposed to go to an estate sale, but the estate sale has been moved over to tomorrow, which is no big deal. We thought it was today. It's actually tomorrow. So tomorrow I have an estate sale that I'm going to go to that I'm really excited about. And that's it. Oh, and tonight, of course, is Angie's auction. Yay! Real Housewife. So I'll be on the Real Housewife today. Tomorrow I will be on Laura Bamos' channel, Bamos Mercantile. We're going to have trivia night. And then, of course, Friday night, we do the Masked Singer, which should be fun. Can't wait. Only 2 more weeks left. That's it. Well, we'll see what happens. So that is my plan for the week. Until next time, everyone, this is Melanie with Light Beams Treasure. Take care.